Stop being nice to yourself. It's killing you. Slowly, quietly, completely. While everyone preaches self-compassion, you're drowning in mediocrity. While they celebrate self-care Sundays, you're wasting your potential. While they gentle parent their own failures, you're becoming weak. While they whisper sweet lies to their reflection, you're dying inside. Self-love without self-discipline is self-destruction, and nobody wants to tell you that truth. I know what you're thinking. This guy's crazy. Self-love is important. I need to be kind to myself. You've been brainwashed by therapists who never built anything, by coaches who never conquered anything, by gurus who never achieved anything. They sold you comfort. I'm selling you truth. You know that voice in your head? The one that says, you deserve a break? The one that whispers, just this once? The one that convinces you tomorrow is fine? That's not self-love. That's self-sabotage with good marketing. You deserve a break from the workout. You deserve a weak body. You need to skip the difficult task. You need to stay mediocre. You should be gentler with yourself. You should get used to disappointment. This generation treats themselves like precious snowflakes. I'm having a mental health day. I need to honor my feelings. I'm practicing self-compassion. Your great-grandfather would laugh. He didn't honor his feelings when he worked 12-hour days. He didn't take mental health days when he built a family. He didn't practice self-compassion when he faced real problems. He practiced self-discipline, and he built a legacy. What are you building? Comfort or character? Excuses or excellence? Safe spaces or success? Here's the truth they won't tell you. Champions are mean to themselves in private so the world can be nice to them in public. You're nice to yourself in private so the world treats you like you're average in public. The most successful people you know, they're their own worst critics. They demand more from themselves than anyone else ever could. They're brutal with their standards. They're relentless with their expectations. That's not cruelty. That's clarity. You want to know why you're stuck? It's not because you lack talent. It's not because you lack opportunity. It's not because the world is against you. You're stuck because you're too nice to yourself, too forgiving of your weaknesses, too understanding of your excuses, too patient with your procrastination. You treat yourself like a child, and children don't build empires. So here's your choice. Keep being nice to yourself and stay exactly where you are. Or stop being nice and start being great. The comfortable path leads to regret. The uncomfortable path leads to respect. Which one do you choose? Because you can't choose both, and you can't choose later. You choose now. The self-help industry lied to you for decades, systematically, profitably. Be kind to yourself. You're enough as you are. Practice self-compassion. Love yourself unconditionally. Beautiful words, profitable lies, seductive poison. They made billions selling you comfort while your dreams died. Tony Robbins tells you to love yourself. Where's his struggle? Oprah preaches self-acceptance. Where's her sacrifice? Every Instagram guru selling self-care. Where's their calloused hands? They got rich selling you soft, while they stayed hard behind closed doors. You know what they don't tell you? Tony Robbins wakes up at 4 a.m. and works 16-hour days. Oprah built her empire through relentless discipline. Every successful person you admire is brutal with themselves. But they sell you gentle, because gentle customers buy more books. Harsh truths don't have return customers. You know what you need? Truth. Raw, unfiltered, uncomfortable truth. You're not enough as you are. That's not mean. That's mathematics. If you were enough, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be searching. You wouldn't be unsatisfied. You wouldn't be stuck. Your dissatisfaction isn't a problem to solve. It's information to use. It's your soul screaming for more. It's your potential demanding expression. Stop medicating the feeling. Start using the fuel. Your comfort zone isn't safe. It's the most dangerous place you can be, because comfortable people never grow, and what doesn't grow dies. Your comfort zone is where dreams go to suffocate. Your comfort zone is where potential goes to rot. Your comfort zone is where greatness goes to die. And the self-help industry wants to keep you there. Comfortable, consuming, compliant. They don't want you transformed. They want you dependent, buying the next course, reading the next book, attending the next seminar. Here's the math they don't want you to see. Comfort plus time equals regret. Kindness minus standards equals mediocrity. Self-care minus self-discipline equals self-destruction. You can't gentle your way to greatness. You can't comfort your way to success. You can't self-care your way to significance. Excellence demands discomfort. Greatness requires sacrifice. Success needs suffering. Not because the universe is cruel, because excellence is expensive and comfort doesn't pay the price. You want to know what real self-love looks like. It's demanding your best when you want to give your worst. It's pushing yourself when you want to quit. It's holding yourself to standards when the world accepts your excuses. Real self-love is being your own toughest coach. Real self-care is doing what's hard. Real self-compassion is refusing to let yourself settle. The people who love you most tell you hard truths. Why are you lying to yourself? Stop. Right now. Stop reading. Stop listening. Stop consuming. I need you to do something. Something uncomfortable, something most people won't do. Look at your life. Really look. Where are you sitting right now? Look around. This room, this space, this life. Is this where you thought you'd be at this age? Is this the life you dreamed about at 16? Is this the success you promised yourself you'd have? Don't lie. Don't make excuses. Don't rationalize. Just answer. The gap between where you are and where you thought you'd be. That's the cost of being nice to yourself. That's the price of comfort. That's the bill for all those times you chose easy over excellent. Your bank account. Look at it. Is that the number you dreamed of? Or is that the number that being kind to yourself created? Your body. Look in the mirror. Is that the physique you wanted? Or is that what happens when you're too tired to work out? Your relationships, your career, your impact, your legacy. Are these the results of someone who demands excellence or someone who accepts good enough? How many times this week did you say, I'll start Monday, I'm too tired, I don't have time, I'm not in the mood, I deserve a break? Count them. Actually count them. Each one is a choice. Each one is a vote for mediocrity. Each one is you being nice to yourself. Your excuses aren't protecting you. They're imprisoning you. Your kindness to yourself isn't love. It's sabotage with a smile. Think about someone you admire, someone successful, someone who has what you want. Do you think they're nice to themselves? Do you think they accept their own excuses? Do you think they choose comfort over growth? Number. They don't. They're brutal with themselves. They demand more. They expect excellence. They refuse to settle. Your life right now is a direct result of how nice you've been to yourself. Your mediocrity is self-inflicted. Your stuckness is self-created. Your disappointment is self-delivered. This isn't happening to you. This is happening because of you. Because you chose comfort over confrontation. Because you chose nice over necessary. Because you chose gentle over great. Comfortable people never win. Nice people finish last. And people who are nice to themselves finish nowhere. Winners wake up when they don't want to. Losers sleep when they don't need to. Winners work when they don't feel like it. Losers work when they feel like it. Winners push when everything hurts. Losers stop when anything hurts. Winners demand excellence when mediocrity feels easier. Losers demand easier when excellence feels hard. The difference isn't talent. The difference isn't luck. The difference is how they treat themselves. You want to know the difference between you and successful people. They stopped being nice to themselves years ago. They treat themselves like their toughest coach. You treat yourself like your most enabling friend. They have standards for themselves. You have suggestions for yourself. They make demands of themselves. You make requests of yourself. They hold themselves accountable. You hold yourself comfortable. That's not being mean to yourself. That's being real with yourself. There's a difference, a massive difference, a life-changing difference. Your comfort zone is a beautiful prison. Your excuses are the bars. Your self-care is the lock, and you're holding the key. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Nice is the enemy of necessary. Gentle is the enemy of growth. You can't grow and stay comfortable. You can't improve and stay nice. You can't succeed and stay soft. Choose one: growth or comfort, success or softness, greatness or gentleness. The people who love you most tell you hard truths. Why are you lying to yourself? Your biggest enemy isn't other people. It's your own kindness toward your weaknesses. You're not protecting yourself from pain. You're protecting yourself from progress. You're not saving yourself from hard work. You're saving yourself from hard success. You're not being gentle with yourself. You're being brutal with your potential. Stop calling weakness kindness. Stop calling fear wisdom. Stop calling laziness self-care. Stop calling comfort love. Pain is not your enemy. Comfort is. Discomfort is not your problem. Contentment is. Struggle is not your obstacle. Settling is. The most successful people you know have a different relationship with pain. They don't avoid it. They pursue it. They don't fear it. They befriend it. They don't run from it. They run toward it because they understand something you don't. Pain is the price of admission to greatness. Discomfort is the toll road to success. Struggle is the stairway to significance. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, if I keep being this nice to me, where will we be in 5 years? Then ask, if I start demanding excellence from me, where could we go? Which answer excites you? Which answer scares you? Which answer do you choose? The mirror doesn't lie. Your potential doesn't negotiate. Your greatness doesn't wait, but your niceness to yourself will kill all three. This generation is addicted to comfort, addicted to validation, addicted to being told they're special without earning it, addicted to excuses with P degrees, mental health days every week, boundaries that look suspiciously like quitting, self-care that's really self-sabotage, triggered by anything that challenges them. You know what previous generations called this? Tuesday. They didn't have special names for being weak. They just got stronger. The mental health industry created a generation of professional victims. Everything is trauma. Everything is triggering. Everything requires therapy. Everything needs a safe space. Your great-grandfather had trauma. Real trauma. War trauma. Depression trauma. Poverty trauma. You know what he didn't have? Time to process it. He had work to do, families to feed, lives to build. He didn't take mental health days. He took responsibility. He didn't need safe spaces. He created safe families. He didn't process his feelings. He processed his actions. I'm setting boundaries. Translation: I'm avoiding difficult things. I need to protect my energy. Translation: I don't want to work hard. I'm practicing self-care. Translation: I'm choosing comfort over growth. I'm honoring my feelings. Translation: I'm letting emotions run my life. Real boundaries protect your standards, not your comfort. Real energy protection means eliminating distractions, not avoiding challenges. Real self-care means doing what's hard, not what's easy. Real emotional intelligence means managing feelings, not obeying them. Everyone gets a trophy. Everyone's opinion matters. Everyone's special. Everyone deserves respect just for existing. Wrong, dead wrong, dangerously wrong. Not everyone is special. Most people are average. Most people deserve exactly what they've earned. Most people's opinions are uninformed noise. And if that hurts your feelings, good. Maybe hurt feelings will motivate you to earn something worth celebrating. Participation trophies created participation people. People who show up and expect praise. People who try and expect success. People who exist and expect respect. Instagram wellness culture is destroying your generation. Morning routines with no actual work. Self-care Sunday with no self-discipline. Monday. Good vibes only with no good work ethic. Manifesting instead of making. They sell you the appearance of success without the substance of sacrifice. They sell you the aesthetic of achievement without the agony of accomplishment. They sell you the image of excellence without the effort of earning it. You're buying the package without the product, the wrapper without the gift, the pose without the power. Everything requires a therapist now. Bad day? Therapy. Difficult conversation? Therapy. Hard work? Therapy. Any discomfort whatsoever? Therapy. You know what your great-grandmother used for therapy? Hard work. You know what your grandfather used for anxiety? Responsibility. You know what previous generations used for depression? Purpose. They didn't talk their way out of problems. They worked their way out of problems. You live in the safest time in human history, and you're the most fragile generation in human history. You have the most opportunities and the most excuses. You have the most resources and the most reasons why you can't use them. You have the most potential and the most ways to waste it. The paradox of strength. The easier life becomes, the weaker people become. The more comfortable the world gets, the less comfortable people get with discomfort. I know what you're typing right now. This guy doesn't understand mental health. He's being insensitive. Some people really do need therapy. Not everyone has the same advantages. I can see your fingers moving. I can predict your outrage. I can anticipate your defense because I used to be you, making the same excuses, using the same language, hiding behind the same comfortable lies. Comment below, what's your biggest excuse? I read every single one, and I'll respond to every single one. With truth, not comfort. Let me guess your excuse category. The time victim. I don't have time. Comment below if this is you. I'll show you where your time actually goes. Spoiler alert, Netflix and social media. The energy excuse. I'm too tired. Comment if this is your go-to. I'll explain why you're tired. Hint, it's not from working too hard. The circumstance crutch. My situation is different. Tell me your special circumstance in the comments. I'll find you someone who had it worse and succeeded anyway. The genetics gambit. I'm just not built for this. Comment this if you believe it. I'll send you videos of people who prove genetics wrong. The resource rant. I don't have the resources. Comment what resource you think you need. I'll show you someone who did more with less. Comment your age and tell me one thing you've been too nice to yourself about. 18 to 25. What are you avoiding because it's too hard? 26 to 35. What goal have you been working toward for years? 36-45. What excuse are you still using from your 20s? 46 plus. What would you tell your younger self about being nice to yourself? I want specifics, not general statements, not philosophical discussions, real, specific examples of where you've chosen comfort over growth. Tag someone who needs to read this, not someone who will agree with you, someone who will argue with you, someone who needs to hear hard truths, someone who's been too nice to themselves. Here's what we're going to do. Right now, in the comments, write down one thing you're going to stop being nice to yourself about, one specific behavior, one specific excuse, one specific comfort you're going to eliminate. Then write, stop being nice to myself about specific thing. Make it public, make it real, make it permanent, because public commitments have power. Private promises have none. I'll check back on this comment section in 30 days. I'll ask how you're doing. I'll hold you accountable. Will you hold yourself accountable? Like this video if you're tired of being nice to yourself. Subscribe if you want more uncomfortable truths. Hit the notification bell if you're ready for daily reality checks. But most importantly, comment below with your story. What happened when you stopped being nice to yourself?